Morning, mate. How you doing? Hope you can hear me and the stream's working okay. Shaman. Well, I'm going to be trying to make a shaman at some point, actually. Um, I'll show you the skills. I was mucking around. I was mucking around earlier, actually, trying to work out how I could do it. Um, I'm currently doing archery range. I wanted to do a ranger, but I think what I'll probably do, because the game's so flexible with your character. You could get to maximum in archery, but then you could just stop doing archery and do something else. It's that kind of system. And I was kind of looking, and you can have like two-handed bludgeoning. Um, what's that? You can also be a berserk. Looks a bit shamany with the bear thing on there. So you can do bludgeon. So like two-handed for a shaman, I guess. There's loads of magic skills. There's an earth one, but the earth one's got a root actually. So the EverQuest shaman get root. You got some healing spells. You've got taming, because this character is going to be a tamer. Whatever other skills I choose, I'm going to choose. I'm going to level taming. So I can tame a wolf, basically. So yeah, I probably will eventually turn this guy into a shaman. Let me know if there are problems with the stream, because the performance of the game is not brilliant at the moment. I've got everything turned up to max, so maybe I should turn it down a bit. But I think first person makes it a bit janky as well. But yeah, I think I can probably do a. Well, you could, I guess. I mean, what you get is you get a pool. You get pool experience, which I'm kind of calling it reserve experience. So this is experience. You kind of you earn experience before you use it in a way. So if you get a quest, if you do a quest, you get 5,000 experience. That goes into your pooled experience total. And then your skills go up as you use them. So if I go out and I fight something and I shoot them with my arrows, if my archery skill goes up, it takes experience from the pooled experience, from the reserve experience pool. So yeah, in theory you could. You're limited by the experience you can gain. You can, and your skills also go down. So you can keep your skills at a certain level. XP low. I've got a warning there. XP low. That's interesting. Yeah, so you can, if you want to get archery to 50, I can get archery to 50 and then cap it at 50. But it still takes like a bit of experience to keep it maintained at that level. And some people have found they've got to a situation where, what the hell is this guy doing? That's lovely lighting. That's really nice. Look at that. Yeah, some people have found they've got to a situation where they've got their skills are going up, using up their experience, quicker than they can gain the experience. But I think to a certain extent you maybe do need to. Yeah, if I didn't use, well, let's show you quickly. So for ranged combat, you get this arrow. So while I've got it clicked to training, every time I use it, it will gain experience. Interesting, it will use experience. Interestingly, I wonder if I left it as training, but I didn't use any archery skills. That's interesting. But what you can do is you can do unlearning. So the skill will go down, but it does feed experience back into your pool. So if I maxed out archery and I decided to myself, I don't like archery, I want to do bludgeoning, then I guess what that would do is that as that went down, that would replenish my experience pool to use on something else. That's really good, actually. So you also got not training. This skill will not gain any experience, but will it go down? I don't know. Then you got maintaining. Oh, okay. Maintaining. This skill will not gain experience, but it will consume experience in order to maintain its current level. So even if I choose not training, I think it will still go down. That's interesting. And it's dark. If it's too dark, let me know. The game, it is interesting. Yeah, I mean, in a way, it's very similar to the original Ultima Online. In Ultima Online, you had a certain amount of your skills. The skill system was similar in the sense that you could train into anything you wanted, but you had there was a maximum amount of skill points that you could level up in. Basically, I think it was 600 and something. So you could either max out sort of 6 skills at 100, or you could chop and change and just put the points into what you wanted. So yeah, it's an interesting system. Game's got a bit choppier here. The reason I'm here is I've got a couple of quests to turn in. But yesterday I couldn't continue the quests. But I went on the forum and someone did say that the quests are finishable. So I need to head southwest. So I'll come back to try and do them today. I think until a more experienced person tells me otherwise, the way I'm going to do it, you do gain experience through killing monsters and stuff, obviously. But what I'm going to do is that quests give you free experience, essentially, into your pooled experience total. So the way I'm going to work it is I'm going to do some quests to gain some pooled experience, so I've got a nice buffer. Then I'll go out and kind of raise the skills that I want. Okay. Yeah, it's weird actually. They're, with regards to what they're trying to do with the game. I mean, you've got an offline single player mode, which you play like a Skyrim type single player game, a single player role playing game. The game is kind of supposed to have a story behind it and all that kind of stuff. But then there are three online modes. Online modes. There's a single player mode, and I'm wondering if that single player mode has been created because. Oh, let's look at that. Let's go have a look at that. Air elemental. Oh, that's nice. There's a character, obviously a fan of the Dragonlance books, and he's got his air elemental standing in the doorway. That's awesome. I love the way those runes, those Ultra Online rune type things are going around in there. That's cool. Yes, and there's an online single player mode, and I wonder if that is to do with the fact that in the online multiplayer version of the game, it's very complicated. Am I going the right way? I think so. Yeah, in the online multiplayer version of the game, there are lots where players can build their own towns, and you can build your own houses. You can put vendors up and that kind of thing, a bit like Ultima Online. And I wonder if the single player online version of the game just allows people who maybe can't do that kind of stuff or can't place there whatever they want to place, whatever lot they want. They can't get that in the multiplayer game, so it gives them an opportunity to do it in the single player version. Because I think the online modes, I think your character stays true between them. So if I went into single player, I think whatever I did there, if I went back into multiplayer, he would still keep all the stuff that he's gained. But obviously the world would be different because other people have affected it. Now I've come here because I'm trying to, as I said, I'm trying to finish 2 quests, and someone said that they were completable, but I'm not sure actually. Small talk. Okay. So this quest is that there's a this guy here has got a girlfriend essentially who apparently he's not very kind to, and she's got a couple of friends who are trying to warn her off of him essentially. But she wants me to go and speak to those friends, and I don't know if she wants me to convince them that they're not. He's not all that bad. Hey mate, how you doing? But one of the people I spoke to Emma, who is one of his friends. But there's a bard who's supposed to be. It's not this bard. He tells me to get lost, and it's not this bard either. He also tells me to get lost, I think. Hail and Millwet. Millwet? Well met. Yeah. So I can't finish this quest, even though someone told me it was completable. The bard is simply not here. Let me go upstairs. Oh, hang on. No. Farok is the name of the bard that we're looking for. This is the top floor, I think. Yeah, that's annoying. But someone said they finished it yesterday. Like, what the hell? What happened? This guy is just a patron. Yeah. Burko Babbage. Oh, he's a skill trainer. Okay. Ah, that's handy because I do need to. Yes, I didn't realise this before. Oh God, I can't. Train your skills. Oh, great. So this trainer can't teach me. I need to increase my focus. I need to increase my intelligence and my strength. He can't do that. Well, thanks, Burko. It's been a fight outside. Picked up a. This over here, for example, is a player vendor. So someone has been able to put a vendor up, and they make stuff, and then they try and sell it. Pine Wand of Thaumaturgy +6. Interesting. He's talking about. I think you could potentially make any class in this game from EverQuest. There's a. Let's have a look at the. So you've got sword blades, which is two-handed and one-handed. You've got shields, but you've got death magic, for example, where you can. So you could be a swordsman who specialises also in death magic, so Shadow Knight. You've got healing, life, so you could be a paladin. Yeah, so I think you probably could... Simone, what do you sell? Haste potion. Interesting. Okay, so I can't finish this quest. So I don't quite know what I'm doing wrong. Oh, hang on a sec. If I found anything out about her daughter. Okay. I'm also doing this quest where children are being killed by children are being killed by someone firing black arrows at them, which is a strange quest. Her daughter. That's interesting. Don't keep repeating yourself, Simone. I've no idea. Okay, so maybe she's part of the quest. But yeah, as far as I know, the quests, the skills that are in the game, the skill trees that are in the game are the finished, are completed. and there's a fair amount of them. So I think you've also got crafting skill trees. So you've got forestry, mining, foraging, butchery, milling, textiles, and that also has its own pooled experience pot. So yeah, it's incredibly complex, and I'm a bit overwhelmed. But the good thing for me is that you can only have one character per account, and you can just change it. It takes time to change it, obviously, but yeah, I'm not sure if it's an all Titus's kind of dream or if it's worse, and if it turned out to be even worse. I guess what it gives you a chance to do is to try out all the skills and see what you like. Obviously, if I wanted to change from archery to swords, for example, then there'll be a time period where that's going to take time. But okay, I'm looking for the marketplace. I think it's down here. So, second quest I'm trying to complete takes place in the marketplace, where, let me see if I can turn up the brightness for you. Okay, only a small amount. I think they want things to be dark during the evening. So there's a quest here where the children. Let me show you my journal. There's a quest here where children are being shot with arrows, shot dead, which seems is a strange quest. And Samuel here, who's in the market, he saw a black arrow in flight before it was killed. He said it was moving very fast. It came from the tower that overlooks the market. I should visit the tower. To see if you can see the market. Now, so anyone in stream who's more experienced at the game than me has done these quests, please say something. How am I going to survive? Well, yeah, I guess the only way that I'm going to survive is that I can just flip between trying out the skills. But I do know that the taming skill is one that I want to be Grandmaster in, definitely. Okay, so Samuel doesn't have anything to say to me anymore with regards to the quest. Thanks, Sam. Boatman. No, he doesn't. He's got nothing else either. So yeah, so there's the only tower that I could find is that looks like a tower overlooking the market. So it can't be one of those buildings. One, it's not a tower, and two, there are no windows showing. So then the only obvious place is there's a tower over here. Two towers. Let's go and have a look. Oh my god, there's a player over there with wings. Holy smoke. Let's have a look at some of the armour up close. I'm sorry, Cage, I don't mean to bother you. So he's a plate mail dude, he's got wings. I don't think he can fly, but he's got wings. Yeah. Let's cast my light spell, I think, probably. Okay. If you see anything that I miss, shout. So there are two towers. There are two towers here. This is the top of one. Is that the dock? So is there a tower where you can see the docks and the market from? The market's over here. So I can see the market from here. There's no incriminating sort of arrow lying around. What about from here? I think the sound's a bit low, isn't it? I'll turn the sound up for you. Some lovely music in the game. maybe I've just got everything turned down quite low. It's as janky as hell. It really is. It's almost like they've gone out of their way to make it feel like an old, like an old school RPG. the the interface feels clunky. I mean, it's still in alpha, but the interface feels clunky. Talking to people feels clunky. Just the interface in general feels pretty clunky. But there's something about it. It's got that. I'm still trying to work out if I'm just feeling nostalgia or not. I don't think so. I kind of, when I'm not playing the game, it's one of those games that I'm thinking about. So I don't think it's just nostalgia. I think it's just missing playing this kind of game. I think. Also, we play these kind of games because we like numbers. I mean, I find the skill system quite fascinating, to be honest. And I like to see my numbers go up, and I like to know why they're going up. And there are lots of different ways you can influence these numbers going up. Someone said to me the other day that for taming, well, you could do it for this as well, I guess, is that when you use a relevant... This is ammo scavenger. So it's supposed to be a chance that I don't use up my arrows, essentially. And someone said to me, what you should do is turn off all your range skills, but you still use them, obviously. Oh, there's Cage. I wonder if he's having the same trouble I am. And just keep ammo scavenger going. So all of the experience that's going into ranged will go into ammo scavenger, and it's supposed to range quicker, go up quicker. I don't know if that's the case or not, but I wonder if he's doing the quest. So yeah, it's that sort of game. It's got systems in place that I really like, particularly the skill system. Okay. Oh, maybe I can get some help. So this gives you an idea of the graphical fidelity as well, this guy. Graphical quality. It's not... Isn't there a trainer in the main square? So I'm at the wrong... I'm at the wrong tower. Okay, well, you can maybe finish this quest now. So I'm at... Oh, Bob. God damn it. Yeah, so I've got all the skills turned up to... all the graphics turned up to max. So looking at that guy will give you an idea of how it looks, I guess. The reason I got hooked on this tower is there is a note down here from a Captain Cudgel, and he's mentioned in the quest, and that's why I thought that was the tower. Clearly not. So I need to head to the main square. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, it's got a single-player offline mode where you can just play it as a single-player RPG, and there are 2 or 3 different online modes. But it's very sandboxy. I mean, the crafting system is just overwhelming. And people, I mean, you'll see. I'll try and go to an area. I think that's what's kind of hitting the performance at the moment. But on the world map, there are kind of areas where players can create their own towns. So you've got purely player created towns, and all the NPCs in there are player vendors, players' own kind of merchants and stuff. So this is, I'm pretty sure this is the main square. Okay. Sure it's the main square. Or was that the main square? Let's have a look through here. Yeah, so these are all buildings that you can buy as a player. These are all vacant or not vacant lots. So this is an NPC that someone's put outside. I guess this person will start selling stuff that player makes at some point. So it's got a lot of that in it. That's not the main square, is it? They are non-instants as far as I'm aware, yeah. No, these are all just player-run areas. There's no tower here. Did that guy send me off on a wild goose chase? It's really, the performance is really poor in the towns in this town. I wonder if all of the player-made stuff is going to be an issue with regards to performance. But it is. I'm sure it's just optimization. These are the crafting tables. This is carpentry. Oh, I can't do anything at the moment. I've chopped some wood. That's about it. There are loads of other recipes you can buy and find, but I haven't really gone into crafting at all. I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with Ultima, the Ultima games, but there's also a virtue system. So there's something in these buildings called the Oracle, and she keeps an eye on your virtue, regards to sort of what you're doing. What you do in game affects certain virtues. I've no idea how that affects the game as a whole as yet, but it's another quite interesting system. Well, boatman. Okay. Oh, we're in the main square, I think. But is that a tower around there, or is that just a building? It's not a tower at all. It's a... looks like an aqueduct. It's got PvP as well. Yeah, I mean, there is. I mean, um, I'm running it on a, I think most people would call a, you know, a pretty super system, and I'm getting issues. I mean, I could turn down some of the details, but I think the player stuff is probably the player created stuff is probably causing a performance problem. Sheng Lao. Oh. Okay. That's all he had to say. The game follows the typical Ultima storyline as well, where you're from Earth and you're transported into New Britannia to save the world. I guess the single player game maybe won't have some of these performance issues, as it won't have all of the player run stuff. The quests are so obscure. I mean, I know the other quests are obscure as well. And I've no idea how people used to solve them, but I just want to find a guard tower. It's got to be... Let's go over to the main wall. I know this is not great viewing, but, you know. Hope you're getting something from it. Not even really any guard towers. Could it be from one of these? Oh, so this is actually a player lot. So a player or a group of players could buy this castle. It doesn't appear as though anyone has yet. Oh no, hang on. Is there someone in there? Darkstar Moondial. Okay. I think that's a player lot, so a guild could buy that, which is pretty amazing. But you know, as you've already said, what impact is it going to have on performance? The other day, I came across an island, little island. There was a placement for a player-run town, and there's a little boat that you get to go to the other side. A bit like here, I guess. Like you get that boat across there, and that's probably another player lot. Okay, that looks promising. Let's go and look at these guard towers up here. Hang on. Whoa. Okay, I don't really want to go in here, but I'll just go in here to show you something. I think, yeah, I think if you can put up with the clunky interface, I think you'll be okay. Eek. I'll go into combat mode. Let's Let's go first person, maybe. An archer. Okay, let's buff myself. Sorry, I'm a bit of a clicker. I will try and use keys so you don't keep getting the. It's not worth me out. I need to double click to auto fire, do I? Oh, there we go. I do have a snare. So you can kind of kite things around, I guess. Okay. Job went south, but we got the package. Meet up back at the place. Okay, that's a bit obscure. Okay, why? Can you see this okay? Hopefully. What I need to do is bring up my light. There we go. Oh, wizards. Oh, god damn. Okay. God damn it. Okay, wizard. I think we've got this. Okay. Lesser staff. Spider silk. Yeah, much like Ultima Online and on the Ultima games, the spellcasting takes reagents, which is, again, brilliant. Okay, his range is a lot longer than mine. Critical hit. Oh. Ouch. Come on. Running out of focus, which means I can't use my abilities too much. God damn it. There's my skills going up here anyway. Got him. I'll take everything for now. Overburden. God damn it. Okay. Your health and focus regenerate when you're not in combat. Well, I think it regenerates a small amount when you're in combat, but hideout marked on map. Marked on compass. Okay, yeah, you don't get maps as such. Whoa. Okay. I've heard slimes are really bad. How are my skills doing? Yeah, so my pool experience is... It's weird, my pool experience is going down quicker than I'm gaining it from killing monsters, so... I guess that would probably suggest that... I want to train Dex. Distract. And that would suggest that I've got too many skills unlocked. Too much experience, maybe. I don't have that much unlocked. I think that's why I'm the way I'm probably going to do things is maybe yeah, if you've never played it before, yeah, it's it can be tricky. Was it P9? Yes, P99 you was on, yeah. Or was it P99 you were on? Yeah. Let's try this slime. I'm not sure if this is a good idea because I've heard slimes are pretty OP, and it's orange as well, which I think it's higher level than me. Buff my dex because that helps my damage, I think. Oh. Cool. Well, that was easy. What does a slime care about his person? Gold, obviously. Why wouldn't you? Okay, that's enough of that for now. I want to get back to my quest. I think it's this way. Depending on where you are, depending on where you are, mobs do seem to spawn pretty quickly. Yeah, so wizards already respawned. Damn it. I'm obviously falling into something that I can't see. God damn you. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I basically need to buy arrows, or I can make them myself, but I haven't looked into crafting it. I want to make my own bows as well. There's also a component I need for taming, which I need to make or buy. So I'm going to check to see if it's just easier for me to make it, or if I'm just better off just buying it from other players. So I mean, it's all alpha, so things are going to change. But there seems to be a bit of an economy imbalance at the moment, where you seem to have certain few people have got a lot, a bit like the real world. There's a small amount who have got a lot, and most people seem to be quite poor, like me. And but the people, oops. But also the vendors seem to be charging quite a lot of money for stuff. And I'm not sure if that's in comparison to the money that people have. I'm not sure if it's realistic. Okay, so the market is here, I think. Here somewhere. So essentially, it should probably be these towers on the other side of the map, not these ones. I can run. I should remember to run actually. Let's see if there's an easier way of getting into these. Can I get up to these towers? There's a bit of a Japanese influence here in this town. The town's got a shogun apparently, which was quite interesting. Wowzer. There doesn't seem to be a way into the towers. Is there a little door there? Oh. Okay. There's a planet or something up there with rings. That's interesting. Okay, so I've just noticed that the market is over here somewhere, isn't it? Here-ish, I think. And there's a castle here with towers. Maybe we need to be on the other side. Let's go check it out. Yeah, it does. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, I guess you get stuff like this. Facebook, that kind of breaks the immersion a bit. I'm hoping that they crack down on that type of naming. But it does, yeah, that's one of the good things about it. It does feel really immersive. So this is the market. That's where one of the children was shot. I'm honestly not sure if you can see the if you can. Oh my god, what's that? Dog. Can you see the marketplace from here? Let's have a look. That's silly, isn't it? I hate that in games where the animation won't take you over a step. So frustrating. Okay. You can probably see the market. from these towers. It's just getting into them. There, yeah, let me turn the music up. Um, I don't think it's these. I can't. I can't see a way into the towers. So yeah, I do have a very short duration sprint skill. Problem is because I'm low on XP. I'm trying not to use too many skills. Yeah, we can't get into these towers by the looks of things. Is someone shooting from up there? Surely not. Sometimes when you give them your name, they will... You are, it's true. I'm Berendar, you are. It's true. He's just confirming my my existence. Thank you, Lenny. Okay. Okay, this guy, I've spoken to this guy before. I've been in here before, actually. He's given me a quest to do with... There's been some sort of cataclysm within the world. And lots of undead are popping up. And he's given us a quest to investigate that, but I don't think I'm quite ready for that yet. This guy's some kind of king type. This is part of the cataclysm, this stuff you see in the sky. So I'm doing this questing arc wrong, essentially. Now this is part of the virtue system. You can steal stuff. Minister. Oh. Howdy, stranger. I have no time for pleasantries. That's a shame. I am an avatar, actually. So he doesn't like us outlander types. Okay. Interesting. So I can, okay, let's go up further. This particular quest, there was a suggestion that it might be a guard. Loads of lore lying around, which I'll read at some point. Okay, I won't steal anything. I'm being virtuous for now until I can. Bye, King. Holy moly! So I'm doing this questing lark completely wrong. Someone's already completed this quest, so it must be me. That chap we spoke to in the armour said that I should be in the main square, but I couldn't see a tower in the main square, or a guard tower anyway. I bet you could see the market and the places where the children have been shot. I bet you could see the market from up there, but there definitely is no access. There's always undead, isn't it? It's always undead. Yeah, the whole camera thing again, to do with the UI in general, is all a bit clunky. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to take the boat across, see if we can access these towers from the other side. There's another castle there with towers. We'll investigate that one shortly. As if by magic. Stuff. Yeah, so this is a player. Oh, unlocked. Keep lot. So this is a player's lot. It appears as though someone has probably bought this one. Door is locked. Fair enough. Now you're not shooting. No, you can't be shooting them, can you? Now, what have we got here? Basement is locked. Okay. What is that? Just a structural oddity there. Well, I'm not going all the way around. Oops, we're leaving. No, we don't want to leave. I'm not going all the way around there. I'm obviously in the wrong place. When you watch, I'm looking on YouTube, and when you watch Twitch for this game, um, there appears to be little interest, but according to the website, there are kind of 180,000 registered players, which I thought was quite interesting. Okay, so let's check out this castle. I guess this could be just a player lot, couldn't it? But I guess, I mean, yeah, it's a player lot, this one. I guess this game is going to be classed as pretty niche, along the same lines as Pantheon. It'd be interesting to see how the two games match up. Okay, we're heading back to the town square. All I want is a guard tower. All I want is just to find a guard tower overlooking something. Overlooking... I think I've even been on the wiki, and there's just nothing. Okay, take care, mate. Yeah, have a good one. Start looking at wikis, but these quests are just crazy. I'm just checking the wiki for quest stuff, if there is actually anything on here. Yeah, I go into the wiki, into the quests, and there's just nothing at all. Okay. Anything looks like a guard tower I get excited about. I'm going to go back to the marketplace, because let me just check this quest journal again. Okay, so there's an archer targeting the children. The son of Tanya was killed on the stairs leading down to the market square. Okay. Killed by Black Arrow. Captain Cudgel said they looked like they were charred by fire. The tower that overlooks the market is only supposed to be used by guards. Could the Black Arrow archer be a guard? Okay, there's the market. These are player buildings, so it can't be these. And this is the only thing that I found that looks like a guard tower. Now this is Tanya, I believe. I'm very sorry, Tanya, but things are just not working out. So I was hoping. This is the arrow came from up on very high, but I think I tried Samuel, didn't I? I don't think he's got much else to say. Okay. It came from that tower over there. Oh, Samuel. Do you mean you're a boy? You can point me towards this tower, could you? These are the only things that look even right like towers overlooking, and I've been there and there's just nothing there. I think we should move on. I think that we are not wasting time as such, but I'm obviously not doing what I need to be doing for this quest. saying random words to people now, which is no, clutching at straws. Oh, this guy does sell recipes for crafting though. Once more we're going to go to the tower. It's the last time. Drive myself crazy here. This is a tower. It's a guard tower, isn't it? There's the market. What else do I need to do? Journal. I should visit the tower that overlooks the market and see if I can see both the docks and the market from there. That's the market. Okay, that's definitely the market. Where are the docks? There's a second tower. Is that the docks? Ouch. Well, I can see the market and the docks. I mean, that's the dock, I guess, is it? You can have player boats as well, which I didn't tell Tiderium. He would have probably liked that. You can sail in boats as well. There's the market. Nothing's happening. Nothing's updating. Yeah, so this could be someone's boat. Player boat. So how can I progress the quest? So I've gone to what is the only tower I can see. Howdy, friend. Okay, I can't go into conversation with him. The only other thing I can think of is that it mentions a Captain Cudgel knows about it, but I have yet to come across him. Well, thank you. I wonder if Julius is doing the quest. No, don't run away, Julius. Oh. He's gone. No, Julius. God damn it. Oh. Let's follow Julius. See where he goes. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. No, Julius, don't run off. Okay. So it's not just me having trouble with the quest. I'm doing the Black Arrow quest, or the child murderer quest. If you've done it, maybe this what I'm doing seems incredibly stupid to you, but I just can't update the quest. The last update I have is to go to a tower that overlooks the marketplace and the dock. And this is the only tower I can guard tower type thing I can find. Yeah. So we've got this note. I don't know where Captain Cudgel is. Ah. Was this the guy? Was this the guy who was doing the... Was this the guy I spoke to earlier who was doing the quest? I think it was. Okay, Sir Cage, don't be so short. I'm just looking for help. Okay. I think I've exhausted this quest for now. Oh, hang on. What? Oh, I don't think I have an input. So Julius here, I think he's got some sort of update about Rolf. Maybe Rolf is a guard. Okay. Okay, so I've missed that bit. So I've missed Rolf. Okay. I was just going to say, here we go, helping people with quests, but I'm really the one who's Oh, okay. Oh, I've got mixed up here. It was Cage who was telling me where Cudgel was. Ah, okay, so it's Cage that was updating me there. Sorry, Cage, not you ever watched this video. But there you go. He was going to show me where Cudgel was. Sorry, friend. Oh, there is a guard running there. Oh, he's gone. Okay. Okay, so looking for a guard called Rolf who patrols apparently. So Rolf could be the key. There's a guard up there. I don't think that's Rolf. I'm sure I've been up there before. I'm sure that's not Rolf either. Oops. Okay. That's clearly not Rolf. Wherefore art thou, Rolf? There's a guard over there patrolling. Well, it's someone patrolling anyway. No, it's not Rolf. I don't know. I think there's an issue here somewhere. Something that we're obviously missing something. There is no Rolf patrolling this area. Here is a guard. Okay. Okay, mate, see you later. I don't think I'm going to do this quest, to be honest. There's another quest that I'm supposed to be doing that involves this tavern, but an NPC that I'm supposed to speak to is just not here. So there's two quests I can't finish. I finished quests, so the quests are, you know. What I did notice over here is there's a shop with an archery sign above it. Now, is this player run? No? Okay. Howdy. A longbow. I think I've got a longbow already. I believe. Yeah. That's all he sells. Okay. No training. And we're back to these two towers again. with, with no Rolf. No nothing. Yeah, NPCs do have a sleep pattern, so maybe we just haven't come across them yet. It's a bit. I mean, I've spoken to everyone so far. I mean, there's no mention of Rolf here. Tanya I've spoken to. Unless I've missed something. Well, hang on. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, the black turtles char our weapons over a hot flame. Okay. So arrow gives us this. They fly straight. When you click on they, he doesn't seem to know what you're talking about. So who are the black turtles? In the Black Turtle Guard, he said they char their weapons over a hot flame. Oh, he had a son, didn't he? Okay. So Rolf has given us a bit more information. So it's the Black Turtles. Someone's either they're creating the arrows or it's Moon Tower. towers. Right, so where are they? Where are they? Oops, I didn't want to do that, did I? God, close my chat box. God damn it. Okay, I've closed my chat box. So I got another journal update actually. I'll read that in a sec. Julius here seems as though he may know where Cudgel is. Magic shop? Well, I don't think that's anything. Ah. Is this a guard's hangout? Are you Cudgel? Sir? Sorry. He's not waking up. Spectral Mine, a tour guide. Okay. Have you found him, Julius? Oh, you have. He's not going to know anything, is he? No. Okay, well, doesn't appear as though Captain Cudgel knows anything about the dead children either. Okay, Captain. Okay, but we did get some information from Rolf about his guard patterns. Okay, guard round starts at the moon tower, pass by the guard towers, then back. Ah, that was foolish, wasn't it? I shouldn't have left Rolf. Should have followed him. God damn it. Well, this has been one hell of a quest. I need to find Rolf again, I guess. But he's not called Rolf, he just seems to have a normal name. Nope. Okay, I'm going to stretch my legs for a sec. If you see Rolf, just shout. or something. I really wish I hadn't run off to try and find that cudgel. He wasn't the female, was he? Nope. Oh, god damn it. No, it's not him, is it? there's, there's Julius again. Maybe we should follow him. This is the guy. Is this the guy? No, see the guy we spoke to before, he did mention about the arrow, the arrows. But when we said boy, did he not? I don't think this is the guy. When we spoke to him before, he mentioned about his boy, didn't he? I'm sure he did. Okay. There was a guard who talked about his route. He's not afraid of the undead. Okay. A note. So I saw the note, but I didn't realise you could pick the note up. Apparently I can. Apparently I can pick up notes. Okay. Okay, so I can give it to the guard. Okay. So the note was the thing the whole time. I didn't pick up the note. I didn't realise you could just. Is this him? God damn this chat system. Okay. 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 Oh, I've done it again. Why do I keep clicking off my chat bar? So somehow, Julius there has worked out the quest. I guess you kind of just have to think a bit differently with regards to doing quests in this game. Just use lots of keywords to try and get. Like I was sitting there doing, what should I do? And Julius always said you have to accuse him, so type in accuse, and that's it. Weird. As I said, we just have to think a bit more about. So he's talking about. This guy's talking about the other quest I've got. That's interesting. So where was that guard's place? Oh, confessed to killing all those kids. Oh, yeah. So Rolf killed the kids because his child died when he was out fighting. Okay. We got there in the end. Okay. Okay. So we need to go and tell the parents now. I know one of them was in the market. I'm not sure what the other parent was. So yes, note to self: when doing quests, you just really need to just type in any keywords you can think of to try and get a response from an NPC. Okay, so let's head to the marketplace and speak to the woman. I think, as I said before, it's a bit clunky. You know. I should visit Tanya Compton. Oh, okay. I should visit Simon von Simone. Oh, okay. Ah, Simone, I saw her. She was in a shop. So we should be able to find that one. I've got 500 gold there, but I have to confess I'm hoping for some XP. I enjoy doing the quests, but XP was what I was hoping for. Oh, 3,500 XP. Cool, that's good. I'm happy with that. Julia says it's a third parent. In a journal, I've only got a couple of parents, so... A Simone person, she was in a shop, wasn't she? Let's see if we can find her. Well, we cracked the quest with a lot of help from Julius. Was she in the shop near the bar? Let's have a check. She was. Okay, so I've got 7,000 XP. Towards stuff. That's good. Let's try the same. Let's try the same. Let's try the same. So there's another quest that I'm doing. I've done that. Yeah, so this is the quest here. Someone... Sharia is going out with this Drawlius guy, who is the pub owner, I think. But she's got a couple of friends who... She's got a couple of friends who don't like him and think he's bad for her. And Emma was one of them. I've spoken to her. And Emma's given me some information. But I need to speak to a bard called Farok, but he's not here. This is a... Okay. Okay. Somewhere else to try his play, just ask him. Okay. He's just called Ardoris Bard. No, you know, whereas the other, I don't know if maybe this is the guy, maybe not. But again, if you're watching and you're doing quests, you just have to type in keywords basically. If you haven't got the option. Okay. So the quests are now starting to make more sense. So in the future, hopefully, we will be good. Okay. Let's talk to this. Let's talk to this guy. Let's see what you've got to say for yourself, fella. Okay. It's kind of like a it's kind of like a guessing. You just try anything, see what happens. That's weird. So he didn't understand Farok's name. Let's try temper. Nope. Pelajar. Nope. Okay. So we'll go and talk to Sharia then. I know where she is. I often wonder, like the performance, as I said, in the town is not very good. I often wonder if that's why some of the big games like you know, GTA 5, these games with big 3D worlds that are built, why a lot of the buildings you just can't go into them. Because I think the problem here is every building, well, most of the buildings here are player-owned buildings, and they've all got interiors and items and obviously space and whatnot. And I wonder if that just I wonder if you can pick up on bits of information as well, like Adrana Silk. She heard Beatrice the realtor had to evict someone last week. So I wonder if I can then go and speak to this Beatrice, maybe. Wherever she may be. Interesting, the way the quests work. I know some people may not like them. May not like it. Maybe they just think it's a bit too... I did speak to your friends. She's not giving much away. Okay. Okay. Come on. Hmm. Here we are again. Okay, well, she's not giving me any prompters here. Um, I'm just trying to. Okay. If I just type yes. No. Let's try and be logical. Okay. Okay, so we've again, just by randomly typing in stuff, we've worked it out. Um, it's a bit obscure, I have to say. I think you should leave him. Okay, another 2,500 experience. Okay, for some reason it hasn't. Hasn't finished that. It hasn't. I got the experience for it, but it hasn't taken that quest off of my journal. Okay, let's try this out. So, an alchemist just said to me, the merchant guildmaster Kai Lao and her brother Sheng are not on speaking terms. Okay. I wonder if that's how kind of quest you pick up quests as well, by just hearing what people are saying around you, or listening to what people are saying around you. Guildmaster. That's interesting. Okay. So that's something to be aware of. Let me just go back to the a few more players online now. There's quite a few people running around. Oh, there's an auto run option. Okay, Simon, I've been here before. Okay, I'm not sure why it hasn't removed this from my journal. There is a third, but I'm not sure who the third is. Okay. So it would seem that there is a third. Yeah, I've visited Simon. It's not removing it from a journal. They're talking about a third child dead. Hey, Captain. So even though he's an investigation, even though he's admitted it, they're not. He's not going to. He doesn't seem to know too. Oops, he doesn't seem to know much else. They're actually letting Rolf carry on with his work. What the hell? That's bad. Okay. So what that means is that we now have... What have I got? I've now got 10,000 pooled XP for my venturing skills to raise. That's good. I've got 50,000 crafting XP, which I need to start using that at some point. I've got another quest that involves the undead, but that seems part of the main storyline, and it's possibly quite tough. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to stop the stream now. I hope you've enjoyed the game. It's, you know, it's very different. It's very, as I said in a YouTube video, it's very old school. I think the way it feels and the way it plays. Just typing in keywords to try and progress a quest. I mean, that's old school. But it works, you know. It works. I'm enjoying it. It's interesting. The skill system's interesting. Yeah, and I'm really into it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you again soon.